our identity in Christ, Galatians chapter 1, verse 11 to 12. But I make known to you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached by me is not according to men. For I neither received it from men, nor was I taught it, but it came through the revelation of Jesus Christ. The fullness of the Godhead dwells in Jesus Christ, and he lives in us. Colossians chapter 2 verse 9. For in him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. There are at least six distinct revelations regarding the relationship between the Godhead and the believer. First, the believer is in God the Father, First Thessalonians chapter. God the Father is in the believer, Ephesians chapter 4 verse 6. The believer is in the Son, Romans chapter 8 verse 1. The Son is in the believer, Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. The believer is in the Spirit, First Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16, and the Spirit is in the believer, First Corinthians chapter 2 verse 12. Such ideas are mind-boggling and go beyond human ability to fully understand. This is why the Apostle Paul calls the in Christ position a mystery, the gospel of mystery. The great truths that grows out of these verses is based on the Lord's Prayer in John chapter 17, verse 21, that they all may be one as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that you sent me. The great truth is that the believer needs to know Christ is in the Father, the believer is in Christ, and Christ is in the believer. However, what is basically understood from these verses is that Christ is the fullness of the Godhead. As we learn Him as our life, all these other things come along automatically. Our relationship to the Son is written in at least seven different connotations. First, Christ is the head and believers are members of Christ's body. First Corinthians chapter 12 verse 13. Christ is the vine and believers are the branches. John chapter 15 verse 15. Christ is the chief cornerstone and believers are as a stone in the building. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 19 to 22. Christ is the shepherd and believers are sheep in his flock. John chapter 10 verse 27 to 29. Christ is the bridegroom and believers are part of that company that forms the bride of Christ. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 to 27. Christ is the high priest forever and believers are the holy priesthood in Christ's kingdom. First Peter chapter 2 verse 5 and 9. Christ is the last Adam, is the head, and believers are part of the new creation. Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17. These blessed truths of who the believer is in Christ represent at least a basic part of the glorious gospel that the Apostle Paul brought. These are highlights of the final gospel, and unless a rebirth believer has these truths preached and taught to him, he can never become all the full grace allows him to be. While many believers are beginning to see these truths as basic to their relationship with Christ, the religious world still lags behind this vivid understanding that Christ must be the life of the human. If this is not known or understood, that human will never grow into the potential fullness of his creation. Because of this one important truth, Christianity will not and cannot be a religion. The self works of religion can never produce a rebirthing. All religion can do is continually repair the old life of the believer. God never attempted to repair the old life of the sinner. He knew they needed a new life, and that could only come by a rebirthing. To God be the glory. God bless you.